Hi, welcome back to my channel, and today we're going to answer two questions raised by a subscriber on one of my videos, a link to which is above. If you haven't subscribed yet, please do, because if you subscribe, you keep getting notifications of important questions that I deal with on a day-to-day basis as regards hair loss treatment for men and women, hair transplant, and many other things that may be pertinent to you. So the two questions here raised are about finasteride. Number one, that this gentleman has been taking finasteride for the past 5 weeks and wishes to know that since he has not had a side effect yet, will he do so in future? And he wants to know also about, is testosterone alone enough to replace DHT in its androgenic effects, especially in the brain? So hold on and we'll answer both these questions. Testosterone and DHT both play a significant role in the body's androgenic functions. However, these two androgen hormones are not often interchangeable. DHT is the active form of testosterone. It is more potent, more powerful, more strong, because it binds more strongly to the androgen receptors. In particular, DHT has important roles in the development of secondary sexual characteristics, which are completed by the age of 21. And once these developmental functions of DHT are over, even then, DHT continues to contribute to functions such as libido, mood, cognitive processes in the brain. While testosterone is essential for many androgenic effects, including muscle mass and overall vitality, DHT has specific roles, especially in tissues like the prostate, the skin, and of course the brain. In the brain, DHT influences the mood and cognitive processes. That said, finasteride works by inhibiting only 60 to 65% of DHT in the body. It does not, by any stretch of imagination, as most people think, block all of your DHT. Well, DHT is not a trash hormone. Even after the age of 21, there are certain functions ascribed, essential functions that DHT continues to perform. So since DHT is not completely blocked, there are sufficient levels of DHT left in the body for it to perform its other miscellaneous functions, and that is in healthy individuals. This partial inhibition of DHT by finasteride allows for reduced hair loss, while at the same time maintaining the necessary functions that DHT carries out in tissues like the brain. In summary, testosterone alone is not entirely sufficient to replace DHT. To replace DHT's functions, especially in the brain. After DHT is blocked and about 25% to 30% remains, this quantity of DHT circulating in the blood should be sufficient for most of the roles that have been ascribed to DHT. And since you as a patient who's been taking finasteride for the last 5 weeks haven't reported any side effects, chiefly loss of libido and cognitive functions, mood changes, it suggests that your body's balance between testosterone and DHT is well maintained. That you're a healthy individual who tolerates finasteride quite well, and you will continue to tolerate it. And now coming to the second question. You are now into the second week. You have now finished 5 weeks on finasteride without any side effects. Everything is good to go. This is an encouraging sign. Generally speaking, side effects from the use of finasteride, such as reduced libido, erectile dysfunction, or mood changes tend to appear in the first few weeks after initiating a patient on finasteride. And since you have not had any side effect till now, it is indeed less likely that you will experience them as you move forward, but at the same time, it is important to remain vigilant. As you go forward, the risk of developing long-term side effects from finasteride usage can be minimized by following a few strategic guidelines which I have devised, and you can see them in the link above. And in this video, to which the link is above, I have discussed the 5 strategies to prevent finasteride side effects in the long term, strategies that will make finasteride work better for you. And the essential 5 components of these strategies are: number 1, case selection. Deep counseling, proper counseling is done, lab work is carried out, and only those patients who can tolerate finasteride physically as well as mentally are started on finasteride. Number 2, customized dosing. Though 0.8 milligram has been said to be the ideal dose of finasteride daily, many patients even benefit by 0.5 milligram taken alternate days. So we have to start low and then scale up. If there are no benefits, we scale up as we move forward. So here is the importance of getting guidance from an expert in hair loss. And third is the switch off, switch on technique, in which after the benefits of finasteride have come out within 6 to 9 months, you start taking breaks, a 2 weeks break for every 3 months on finasteride. Well, this will help the body to wash out finasteride and prevent its accumulation, and therefore minimizing the likelihood of long-term side effects. Moreover, it will prevent your body from developing tolerance to finasteride as you move forward. And fourth is the making the two peaks coincide. The peak of blood concentration of finasteride that occurs and the peak of testosterone in the body, which happens in the morning around 7 o'clock or 8 o'clock. So if you take this drug late at night, that is the only way its peak of blood concentration is going to match that of testosterone and will be sufficient to inhibit the peak of testosterone. So this way, even taking low doses of finasteride are sufficient as compared to taking high doses of finasteride in the morning or any time of the day. And lastly, the weekend boost. We all know the testosterone surges around the weekend. People go on outings, engage in physical activity, and this is the time we need to suppress DHT more than during the weekdays when we are attending office, when we are sedentary. This way I have seen that patients who take 0.5 milligram on a daily basis but take 1 milligram DHT boost on Friday evening or say Saturday evening, they respond equally well as patients who take 1 milligram every single day. So these are the 5 strategies that I have devised with my long-term experience of using finasteride over the past 20 years for treating hair loss in men. And since you, as a patient who's been taking finasteride, have not mentioned your age in the question, I would assume that you have passed the developmental age of 21, which is another reason why you are less likely to experience severe disruptions in androgenic-related functions now that most DHT-dependent processes are complete. So that is the end of the video. If you have any questions for me about this video, about hair loss treatment in men and women, about hair transplant in India, or anything about my clinic or my practice, please leave a comment in the comment section below. If you want a personalized consultation, you can contact the number above and we'll get back to you at the soonest. Please feel free to ask further questions, and I encourage you to watch this compilation of 100 points that you need to know about finasteride if you're planning to take finasteride or if you're already on finasteride. Keep in mind that while your journey on finasteride seems smooth so far, monitoring your health regularly is the key to long-term success with this treatment methodology. Have a nice day and God bless you.